everyone, my name's Miranda, and today I'm here to review Lost in a Book by Jennifer Donnelly, which is actually, I don't know what the word for it is. You know, like if it was a prequel, came before the movie, sequel comes after the movie, but this is a book that takes place during the Beauty and the Beast movie that just came out in March of this year. So I don't know what, like, is there a word for, like, something that takes place, like, in between, like, simultaneously, you know what I mean? But this is a story about Belle and her time in the castle. It's kind of a lot. It's after she gets captured, but before a lot of the stuff happens in the movie. So, you know, before she figures out the curse, she frees him, she makes him a man. You know? And what Lost in a Book is about is this story. It starts off, the first chapter is about these sisters' love and death, and they're the actual love and death playing a chess game and kind of just talking about how they've had this, like, battle between them, you know, like, for centuries and centuries of just playing different kinds of games with each other, losing some, winning some, and how they kind of play these games out on mortal lives. So at the beginning, of course, it's no surprise considering what the book is, the relationship that has drawn their attention this day is Beauty and the Beast. So basically, we find out that Love, her, like, I don't know, minion, like her servant Agatha, you know, is like the one who cursed Beast. So essentially, Love is kind of involved in this whole curse in wanting Beast to find love, and she really thinks that Belle could be the one to break the spell. So Death, don't believe it. She doesn't think people can change. She thinks that it's just heartbreak and hardship, and the Beast was just broken down by his father and can't learn to love again. So because of this, they decide to make a little bet and seeing what will happen with Belle and Beast, and they kind of just decide basically on their future, but Death does not like to lose. No, she does not. So she tries to stack the decks in her favor. That's where Belle comes in, because the story kind of starts after Beast gave her the library, you know, showed her and was like, this is yours, you enjoy it as much as you want, come here as much as you want, it's yours. And she's like, heck yeah. So the story starts off with her and all the servants getting ready to clean the library since it hasn't been used in so long. But what Beast tells her is that there are so many books, but there are also a bunch of, like, a couple of enchanted books that she can use, and they're perfectly harmless, he says. It's just she's got to remember where she is because sometimes you can get caught up in them. So she ends up finding this one book that Death had planted, and it's this magical book where you literally get lost in a book, which is hence where the title comes from. And what happens is it's this book that turns giant, and you literally fall into it, which is what happens to Belle, and she's transported to basically the thing of her dreams, because as we know about Belle, she wants to travel, she wants to be free, she wants to have the ability to just do what she wants and not have to worry about anyone judging her for it and just being happy. And of course, she didn't really get that in her village, and now she's locked away in Beast Castle, so as much freedom as she has to kind of move around the castle, she's still his prisoner. So in escaping into this book, it's kind of all her dreams coming true, really, because she's able to get out of Beast Castle and she's able to visit these grandiose places like Italy, Paris, all these places she's dreamed of and she's read of. She's now able to visit them in a way that seems really, really lifelike. However, we know that something sketchy is going on because Death planted the book, and that comes out, like, as the more we learn about it, and it just gets to the point where, you know, I think you have to decide, like, are you willing to live in maybe a life that's not so great, but it's real, or are you willing to live in an illusion that's happy but isn't real? I think it reminds me of that Legends of Tomorrow quote that Sarah said. What did she say? It was like, I'd rather take a nightmare that's real over a dream that's fake any day. And that's what Belle kind of struggles with, because she, you know, she has made friends in the castle, so it's kind of like she feels like she's betraying them, but then at the same time, like, what has Beast really done for her that she should feel this loyalty towards him? So that's the whole dilemma after she finds herself lost in this book and kind of wanting to go back and wanting to stay. And what I really liked about this book is that it really sets up more of the relationships than you see in the movie. Like, even if I do love the movie, I think it's so cute, but you see her and Beast kind of grow into a friendship and how they start to actually not actively hate each other, and you also get to see some really awesome relationships between Belle and the servants. I think you saw that in the movie, but you more see Belle's thought process now because you're actually like reading what she's thinking, and especially her and Chip are so cute in this book. So I really liked it. I know sometimes, you know, books like this are just made just to be a cash grab when the movie comes out. I mean, we have like Alex and Eliza, which was just made for Hamilton. You've got sometimes tie-ins to all those Star Wars tie-in books that you have. So I was a bit hesitant to read it, but what helped me was I really do love Jennifer Donnelly. She wrote the Waterfire Saga, which is that one about mermaids that I haven't finished yet, but I really like it. And I think she writes in a really awesome way that it reads very nicely, like it reads quickly, but then you can also visualize it in your head, and I think she did. What I was worried about was Belle coming across as like dumb or stupid for like not for falling for certain things, you know, that certain people do. But I think she really works through the thought process, and she really has a good grasp on who Belle is and Beast is, and all the characters I think definitely feel in character, and it feels like it feels like a good addition. Like, I don't know if you'll necessarily like this if you hated Beauty and the Beast, you know, because it's same characters, same feel, but as someone who did like Beauty and the Beast, it doesn't feel like it was made just to like make some extra money. It feels like there was actually time and effort put into it, and it's really interesting, and it's cool that you can think of it as like a canon thing now for during the movie, like this little chunk of time we have missing, you can slot this book in, which I think is really cool. So if you were a fan of the Beauty and the Beast movie, I highly recommend you check this book out. It's so cute. I mean, the cover alone is what got me, because that literally looks like Emma Watson, does it not? Like, that's crazy to me. And I just think it was really cute. It was a really fast, fun read, and it pairs so well with the movie is what I have to say. Like, so well. It literally just reads like you're seeing deleted scenes from the movie or something like that. So I definitely recommend this. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. And if you've read this or see Beauty and the Beast and are interested in reading this, please feel free to leave your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel down below to be able to make all sorts of new videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!